What's up, E.D.G family? If you guys are anything like me, you probably have a ton of things to do to get ready for spring. I have been organizing, I have been decluttering, and my board game collection is no different. I treat it very much the same. If it's not getting played, it's not getting used, I generally don't like to hold on to those games for very long. And some of those games aren't getting played because I don't even like to get them out of the box. They're horribly organized. They're hard to table, and I am not just going to bitch about them today. I know I've done a couple videos on board game organization, but I intend to tell you guys exactly which games and exactly what I am going to do today. I'm Kevin. Welcome to Eat, Drink, Game. And we're going to get into this. Alright, so before we get too far into this, I know a few of you on the Discord are like, I know where he's going with this. And you are not wrong. You are absolutely not wrong. I have a great solution that has been, we'll just say, gifted to me. Also going to talk about this real quick. I generally always talk about what I'm drinking on camera. This is a Tazo Zen. It's a green tea, lemongrass spearmint. It is caffeinated, and I absolutely need that today. The caffeine is vitally important to the success of my day. Let's put it that way. But I'm going to be talking about specific games in my collection. I just don't get to the table as much as I want to. These aren't games I want to get rid of. These are games I want to play more. I think there's a huge difference. I think there's games that you sit there and you're like, I want to play it, but these are the games I go, I want to play you. I just don't want to get you out of the box. So these are obviously games that if I like a tabletop simulator version of some of these, I probably wouldn't even play those more often than I play the physical copy. But I want to play the physical copy. Vitally important today. And like I said, if you have been on the Discord anytime in the last couple weeks, you probably have a pretty good idea of where I'm going. You also probably know who I'm roping into probably this part 1 of a part 2 series, because I want to show you the final product. I'm going to unbox this stuff probably in a couple months and hopefully show you what I have done, how amazing it looks, and maybe we'll pick out a few more and do it again. We'll see what happens. But to say the least, I have a friend. You guys all know him. His name's Joji on the Discord. I refer to him as Jay. He is an accomplice, very good friend, best friend. And he is pretty much, the mastermind behind my entire studio setup. So much appreciation to him thus far. I don't even know if I've told him I was doing this video, but he has since kind of got into a whole nother hobby. And it's one of those hobbies that I can hopefully get him to help me with this hobby. So what I'm talking about is he has now the ability to kind of make me some inserts. He's always been able to 3D print, but we're talking the time difference between how he's gonna do these and how a 3D printer works is just monumentally different. Like, we're gonna have so much time to actually discuss, fix, try to get these well organized, and I'm gonna pull 3 of these games out here. I'm gonna ship them to him probably in the next couple weeks. Have a lot of conversations on how we should set these games up to get them to the table. I think the biggest thing is when you have like inserts, not having to take everything out of the insert is always a plus. Being able to pull an insert piece out, leave it on the table, whether it's, resources for a game, whatnot, I think that is a fantastic way to go. Organizing the cards properly is a huge deal. And I do think at least one of these games does have an aftermarket insert, but it's kind of pricey. And I think this will be a good solution to fixing that. So I'm going to start with the game that absolutely needs it the most, and I'm going to go a little dice tower on this. We are going to make a mess, and I'm telling this to future Kevin because he's going to have to clean it up. I greatly apologize. But we're going to start out with the first one. Is a game you've seen on this channel a few times, and the only reason you haven't seen more of it, well, we've already discussed that. I won't complain too much more about it, and that game is 11. 11. Anybody that has this game knows this has got a ton of stuff in here. See? Ton of stuff in here. And it's hard. It's hard to get out. There's tons of baggies. So I'm going to show you what 11 looks like. Whoa. Whoa. Easy there. I think he's upset. He's upset because, hasn't been played in, I want to say like maybe 9 months. That's a long time. Especially for a game like this. I do enjoy it. I do like the mechanics of this game, but the fact that it's a soccer game, football game, what are we going to call it? So, we got a bunch of this kind of stuff. We got some cardboard, player boards, whatnot. More player boards. So already you got 3 sets of player boards. Not the biggest deal. We can deal with that stuff. This is where it gets bad. Yeah, I didn't even think twice. And this, look at this guy. I honestly think we just get rid of it. I mean, this was like a promo for a dice, you know, a dice, dice stadium, whatever you want to call it. Jeez, can't think today. You know, more player aids. You know, boards for score tracking, cards. More pads. Sorry, I almost hit you guys. But yeah, you see, you know, these are all just in bags. I mean, and that's fine, but I don't like to open 20 bags and then put things back in 20 bags when I'm done. I don't know about you guys. This trophy, I probably don't need it. You know, these are great, but this, this is like the only time I ever used it. I promise you that. But look at this. For a game, I don't even know how, this was kind of pricey for, I mean, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of stuff, but this is all we got. This is all we got. And it doesn't like it. So, 11. I know there's a lot of people that like this game. I like this game. I liked a lot about it. I like the resource management. You know, I like drafting cards. I like the simulation of games. But it does not get played. Because I'm looking at it right now and I'm going, I got tokens, you know, multiple tokens in this bag, multiple tokens in this bag, and that's fine. But I don't want to have to open a bag and pull out individual tokens. I mean, I hope you guys don't think like I'm being very, you know, snobby about my board game organization. So when it comes down to it, when I'm looking at crowdfunding and I'm looking at like grabbing an organizer, and this is definitely relevant to a campaign that's PM's closing, you know, upgrading standees to minis or getting a, you know, adequate insert so that I'm gonna play the game more often. Huge deal to me. Huge deal to me. But yeah, 11. This should have had more. I threw this box and I gotta pick it back up. Should have had more to it. I'm literally sorry, Jay. This is your mess now. We'll ship it to you. You will probably rip this cardboard insert. In fact, I don't even know if I'll ship it with the cardboard insert unless I need to, just so it doesn't damage anything. But I mean, these cards, I'm gonna tell you right now, separate cards in these bags. These aren't even just individually stacked cards. They could be separated more. And we are going to make a nice organizer. Like I said, we'll hopefully unbox this in a couple months. I'm leaving this in there for you, buddy. I don't want it to get a little, you know, I don't know, moldy. I guess that's generally why they put those in there, is to keep moisture. But I mean, look at these player boards are nice. This is a nice component game. I just do not, look at this. I can't even get this back in. Just throwing stuff in here. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. It's an absolute mess. I don't know how I even had this in there, and I don't even have this guy in. So we'll let off-camera future Kevin deal with that, because that's his problem now. It might be his problem tomorrow. We'll see how long it sits. I don't like to do that. I'm generally a pretty tidy person, but some of these games, I'm telling you, I bet this game has sat on my table a couple times with no intention of playing it immediately after. And probably a couple times I've played it, I've been like, let's just leave it set up. I don't want to unset it up and reset it up. I guess we'll just go play a game someplace else. Call up a buddy. Hey, you got a table I can borrow? I'm only halfway joking. Okay, so 11 on the list. We're shipping it out. We're fixing it. It's going to be better. The next one is probably going to be the easiest one we're going to do. Honestly, this game doesn't need an insert. I just kind of wanted to have an insert because I do like this game. There are some components, you know, that you do got to sort out a little bit. But I think this is probably going to be the easiest one for him to sink his teeth into. It's also a game my daughter likes quite a bit, so we might have to play this before it goes. But I'm talking Tenpenny Parks. I really, really like this game. In fact, out of all the games I'm talking about, it's probably been played the most. It's not that bad. It's got a, let's see, he's not even mad at me. He knows he gets played. But at the end of the day, we still have a lot of baggies. A lot of baggies. You guys are like, I can't believe he just did that again. What's he doing? I'm losing my mind, to be honest. So we got player boards. We got a, you know, game board. The biggest piece of the puzzle that I like to keep together is the little turn. This kind of changes the market costs of specific stuff in this game. Very cool, but I like this component. Not, like I said, not a big deal. Have plenty of space. Could probably put some wooden organizers in the bottom of this. There's nothing. This is completely empty. You know, sort our rides out a little bit. This is kind of a pain. This isn't that big of a deal. We'll just grab a couple of those, put out. Cards, they're minimalistic, but, you know, we could always put, you know, a little card divider or whatnot. Have a little spot to, you know, divide our little workers in it. I haven't played this game for a minute. I do like this polyomino worker placement game. And then, you know, these guys can be mixed. They're kind of random anyways. I do have the monies sorted out. Money. And then we got some trees. Victory points are not sorted out. But I'm going to tell you right now, look at this. We didn't even do a half. I could probably get this in. Maybe. We throw these on the bottom. I could probably get this in. But, there we go. Not bad. This one's not horrible. But, compared to, well, its predecessor. See, it's really not that bad. I mean, yeah, this... How much load lift do we have? It all goes in the box, though. Without any kind of finagling. It pretty much could go in there. Not horrible. This next one, I am really not looking forward to doing exactly what I just did. Let's take a sip and talk about this one. So the next one, I do want to do some content on. It's more of a... Doesn't have a lot of pull. I'll put it that way. It's going to be more of a nostalgic video. When I do it, we'll probably do a solo play. Probably just rope a solo play and I just, you know, some thoughts on it, going through the components. It is my first Kickstarter. And honestly, it is back when Kickstarter, I think, like, grabbed this guy in, like, a March, and I think I got it by, like, August or something like that. But it is, you know, true crowdfunding campaign, small company, and it was one of those games I looked at, looking at wanted more solo games, but still wanted some strategy games. I need more caffeine. This one tea ain't gonna cut it today. And most of you probably don't know what this is, but it is Planetoid. I think it's by Portal Dragon, John Mealing. I want to just give him some shout out because this is actually a pretty good game. The only issue I've ever had with this game has been components. So this doesn't look like a very big box, and it is not. And it is jam-packed. Jammed-packed. If I don't want to do it. I really don't. It's I don't know how to get back in. It's one of those things where I think I take a picture when I pull it out. But the biggest issue I have, you know, these are more baggies. That's fine. And there's not a ton of baggies. It's just the box space. These things take up a ton of space. These little tiles. You know, these are for solo mode. Not a whole amount of cards, but then once you get down to it, it's really not that bad. We got, you know, some player boards. And we got the board that snaps together. It's like 5 pieces, I think. Very, very cool. This whole thing right here is one of the coolest aspects of this game. It's got, let's see if I can get you a good front shot. You know, it's kind of like little like puzzle. There's little indicators on which side goes to which side. You're basically mining an asteroid in this game and trying to get, you know, trying to complete objectives and goals and whatnot. And I do really, really like this. But the reason you guys haven't seen this game is I'm probably not even going to be able to get this back in right now. I don't think I'm going to get this back in as is. This is already high, and I'm pretty sure the cards are over here. I'm already messing this up, I'm pretty sure. This is going to go here. We'll do this guy. So this one might be a little challenge for our buddy, but he enjoys challenges. Like I said, I feel like this is worse when you get it out and you don't remember what we're doing. How to put it away. Yeah, see, it's gonna be a thing. It's gonna be a whole thing. But anyways, I'm not even gonna grab half this stuff. We'll put 11 back up here. 11, Planetoid. I'm grabbing the cover on this one too. Tenpenny Parks. All of these are games that do not get played as much as I want because I don't like getting my own box. I don't want to get rid of them yet either. We'll get a cool video. We'll talk about why I'm getting rid of more games. Simple answer, I generally just like a very solid collection. you know, games that I want to play, games all that have a specific, you know, I don't want to say a role. Like, I like multiple worker placement games. They all have different feel. I don't want a same worker placement game. If it's too samey, I gotta choose. I don't, unless it's got a theme that I really like. That might be the only thing. But getting games I like to the table and being stopped because they're poorly organized is frustrating. Very frustrating. And I am, yep, see, already fighting the box on this one. But that is pretty much gonna do it. Leave me a comment. Let me know what games you have like that. Especially if you're in the Discord community. I'm sure at some point this little project I'm opening up, it may turn into a business, could turn into just, you know, a good community, you know, option. You know, let's win a chance to get a game that you need reorganized. Absolutely free. I'll pay for it. You know, that's something we might do in the future. But you got to be on the Discord to get that opportunity. So definitely get down there. Check that link out. It is in the description. Come over. Say hi. My friends will wave at you. I promise you that. And we'll have great discussions over there. But like this video, subscribe, and let me know. Let me know. What is the worst game in your collection to get out of the box? That's what I want to know. So until next time, much love.